Let's go over our next breadth first search graph of, well, hopefully what's being mimicked here. So notice a couple things right off the bat that, again, I'm bad at. Ooh, almost did another. Oh, man. There's some default values that we set into the parent, the visited, and the queue right off the bat. And that's what number that we start off with, which I got that right at least. And I got at least these two things right. Remember, we have to really, update these values first because we don't want to go back to one that we've already, well, looked at. Otherwise, it'd be really inefficient and we end up having loops, and that's the last thing that we want. We also want to make sure that we correctly identify this in the queue too. So again, 2 being the starting value, which is stated in the question, that has to all be updated first before we can do our normal 3 steps that we have in our general algorithm. All right, so now we do step 1, which is scan. So we're going to look at all the values that 2 can get to. And notice there's only 2 of them. And I'm doing this in natural ordering. So you're going to hear me do 0 and then 1. And I'm doing that on purpose because that's the natural ordering of things. I also have to put the natural ordering of that in the queue as well. There would be a difference if you swap the 2, and that's bad. And let's just not go down that route. So where did we visit 0 and 1? We visited that from 2, and now we've set those 2 to true. Okay, now that was step number 2, which was update, and now we go ahead and drop. So 2 is done, and now I move on to 0. So now from 0, well, we have nothing to do. There's a scan. We can't go the other way because it's a directional graph. And it's not connected to anything else, so there's really no update to this. So we're going to end up dropping it. Okay, now we go to 1. 1, redo our 3 steps here. Scan. So 1 is connected to 5, 3, and that's it. Now I'm going to change that. It's 3 and then 5. So I'm going to do 3 and 5. 3 was visited from 1, 5 was visited from 1, set those both to true. Okay. Now, I am then going to do the update. So we're good there. The updates are good. And now I'm going to drop it. So 1 is dropped. And now I go to 3. Notice the queue is the one that dictates which node we go to next. I don't go to 5 yet. I will. But I'm going to 3 first. Okay. 3 is connected to, and this time I'm going to do it in order, to 1, 5, and 7. Now, so that's my scan. That's done. An update. Now, can I go to 1? 1 has already been visited, so I can't set that. That's set to true. We move on. We go to 5. 5 has already been visited. Can't do anything with that. That's done. 7. That's a new one. That's not set to true. It's really set to by default. So that's going to be visited by 3. Where am I at? Yep, 3. And that's going to be now set to true. Okay? So now I'm done with that. Drop that. Now, ooh, I almost forgot to put in 7. I almost forgot. Almost did that. Anyway, so 7, and then I would drop the 3 from there. Notice how we got a lot of things to track. Let's put it that way. Okay. 5. 5 is connected in order to 3, 6, and that's it. Okay. So that's a scan, 3 and 6. So 3, already done. Can't do anything. 6, hey, that's new. We visited that from 5. Got to put in 6, and then set that to true. Okay. So, hey, didn't screw that one up. All right, that one's good. So 5, we drop 5. Now we go to 7. 7. We do a scan for 7. 7 connects to 5, but 5 has already been done. There's no other connections to 7, so 5's done. So we're done with 7. Drop that. That's 6. 6 is connected only to 4. That's its only option that we have. So I'm going to put 4 here at the very end here. 4 was visited by 6, and we're just setting that to true to make sure that we've already visited it. All right. Now, so I added 4 there, so we're good to go. There's no other options for 6, so now we go back to scan. 4 is only connected to 6. Can we do an update? Nope, 6 has already been taken care of. So then we go ahead and drop, and we're done with the queue. So again, notice we didn't add anything else to the queue, so we're done. So was there any numbers that I missed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, all of them got visited, which I'm a little surprised on because with directional, you may end up completely missing a node because, frankly, you just can't get to it from the starting node. It does happen. So just a heads up that your queue doesn't always have to be a count of 8. This time it just happened to be. But notice how we did our 3 steps of scan, update, and drop, how that worked out with our lists that are associated with it, and our graph where we're given a starting value that we have to make sure we default set in the queue and go from there.